Making the invisible visible, Black women 365 days of the year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
I am Anu Omideyi. I am the director for a national gospel music centre, which is based in a charity in Liverpool Lighthouse in Liverpool. I'm also the co-chair of the Gospel Music Industry Alliance UK, which means that along with my co-chair and members of the board, we do our very best to look after gospel musicians across the country. And this is essentially who I am, really. I am really interested in providing the best, healthiest, most recognized platforms for gospel musicians and everybody involved in gospel music, including the listeners, whether you are of the faith or not of the faith. I'm really interested in providing platforms and opportunities and experiences for everybody in gospel music. Because there are so many things I do, if it's festivals or, artist development programs or work in schools or running choirs or vocal coaching, it really does look different from day to day. I am very intentional about keeping my hand in the practice side of gospel music. So I will continue to play. And then that's obviously helps with a lot of the writing, the curating and all of that good stuff. But then the other side of it is the administrative side or the executive side, to be frank, where I'm in meetings. I'm constantly in meetings with other leaders, heads of organizations. I'm also really, really just wanting to come back to the fun and the heart of the music, which is why I make sure I include music every day. I suppose a major life event, if I can call it that shifted things for me is when I took the decision to stop working as a criminal lawyer, as a criminal barrister, to go into full-time music. That decision and all the moments that led me to that decision have led me to the point where I'm able to do what I do today. And, moving on from that, the moment that I decided, when I was still practicing law actually, that I just wanted to play piano for myself. And eventually that became, something I did frequently. And then I started to really take it seriously. And now I work with it. So as I say, it's the small decisions. And I suppose the final small decision I would say is moving from London to Liverpool for work to develop gospel music in the north originally. I had a meeting with the last mayor of Liverpool. She said to me, Joanne Anderson, said to me, what you're doing is really cool. Yeah, I would really love Liverpool to be a centerpiece of gospel music. And from that discussion came the idea to run the Liverpool Gospel Music Festival, which is now in its whatever iteration. So, as I say, it's never one thing. It's always just a series of things that continue to build. A thing that I really wish people knew a bit more about me is I'm actually a human being. I know that sounds really strange, but because when people see you doing so much, or if they feel that you're really competent at what you do, or that you come wind, come weather, you're there, you're reliable, you're consistent, it becomes easy to unwittingly dehumanize you in the sense that your humanity gets forgotten. For example, I don't think people know that I'm actually an introvert. When I say that, people don't believe that. But really what that means is that I don't actually really get my energy from a crowd of people or in the midst of people. I'm often giving that. And so I often need solitude or really, special family and friends or people that are close to me to actually replenish that. I think it's really important to acknowledge the small wins. So my Christian faith is massively important to me. And as part of that, gratitude is a big way in which you can recount your blessings quite literally. So every thing that happens that is a win, whether big or small, I now make it a duty to count. In terms of well-being, prayer is critical, and just study of the Bible is just a daily part of my life. For me, it's like a life hack. I just get so much from that time. Swimming. Swimming is massive. If I don't have a swim of a week, something's wrong. Treasured people, like friends and family, loved ones, spending time with them is absolutely critical. All these are just critical to my well-being, and just finding the joy in every day and just having a really thankful heart and being really grateful. It's really changed my perspective. I know it sounds really cliched and earnest, but actually it does make a massive difference.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.